about we have discussed about the operating system, and it as a resource manager. This basically it helps us manage memory, processors, and files, users, hardware, application software. We learned that in the last week. And also, so there are different type of operating systems. Today we are going to learn about how to install different type of operating systems to your computer. So kind of practical lesson, right? Okay. So basically you can install these operating systems in your computer. The first one is DOS and Microsoft Windows. Then you can install Apple, Macintosh, or Mac OS, Ubuntu, Fedora like operating system to your computer. So how many of you have installed these operating systems? So maybe you are working with Windows, no? So have you installed
Yes, sir.
Ubuntu? Ubuntu, Fedora? Anyone installed that? Ubuntu or Fedora? Minulya, yes. Did you try to install that? Okay. Denori, have you installed that?
No, sir.
Okay. Good. So let's say today we are going to learn how to install these kind of operating. Even Android you can install in your computer. Android can be installed to your computer, but using emulator, right? And BlackBerry OS, Windows Mobile, this can be installed using emulators, but this we are not going to look at these things, but we will look at these basic operating systems, how we are going to install this in your computer. Okay, before doing that, I would like to suggest you download this software, right? Wait, let me show this. And I'm going to connect my Windows computer now. Okay, I think you can see my Windows desktop, right? Can you see it? Can you see Windows computer now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me maximize this. Right, in this Windows computer, right, if you have a Windows computer, so you can install any other operating system, but not using, so don't install an operating system to your computer. Instead of that, you can create virtual computers or virtual machines. Okay, today's lesson is about that. Right, please write down the heading. Right, please write down the heading. Installing multiple operating systems, installing multiple operating systems to your computer using virtual machines. So that is the heading. Installing multiple operating systems to your computer using virtual machines. So please write down that heading. Okay, installing multiple operating systems to your computer using virtual machines. Okay, there is like there are few ways to do this. So one software that you can use first, how to create virtual machine. One software that you can use is called Oracle VirtualBox. That is free. Or you can use another software that is called, the second one, or B, is called VMware. VMware. But if you are using VMware, you have to use VMware Player. VMware Player. Because that is free one. VMware Player is free. But VMware is, if you're using VMware Professional, the version, you have to pay for that. So we are going to use free version, the VirtualBox. First, you have to download VirtualBox from this website. So let me show this, right? Let me show this first, then you can write down, right? You can try this by next week. You can try this as a practical. And if you have difficulties, when you come in for the practicals, please ask from the instructor or tutors. They will help you do this, right? So you will face a lot of difficulties when doing this. You will face a lot of difficulties because it's not easy to install a VirtualBox. Sometimes your processor says you are not, sometimes some processors are not support, some computers are not support. Sometimes you might have technical issues like enabling or disabling virtualization. That is a technical part. You don't know about that, but no worries. Try to download this software. I'll show the steps one by one. First of all, you have to go to your web browser. Browser එකට ගිහිල්ලා ඔයාලා search කරන්න ඕන Oracle VirtualBox කියලා. So let me search and show you. You have to search saying Oracle VirtualBox. Then you will get the result like this, Oracle VM VirtualBox, and you can go to downloads of the particular website that is called virtualbox.org. Right? Virtualbox.org. This is the website. I'm going to copy this and paste it here. So that is called virtualbox.org. First, you have to download that. Yes, you have to install. No need to install now, because if you can do now, if you have faster internet connection, you can do. Otherwise, if you start downloading, if your internet connection is not fast enough, so then you will have interruption to this session. එතකොට ආව disconnect වෙන්න අර හරියට ඇහෙන්නේ නැති වෙන ඒ වගේ ප්‍රශ්නේයි ඔයාට මොකක් හරි ටිකක් fast internet connection එකක් තියෙනවා නම් download කරාට කමක් නැහැ. You need this, right? You need this not just for this session, you need it in future. Right? Okay, hinda meka gattara kamanne. So this is like Windows. So you have to select, right? You are using Windows, no? Hinda Windows host කියන එක select කරන්න. The first one, Windows host. When you click on Windows host, it will start downloading, and it is like 103 MB. Right? It is 103 MB. It will start download, and you can download that. That is VirtualBox 6.1. After downloading this, you can go to your downloads and install this. After downloading, you can go to the downloads and start installing this. Say that is VirtualBox. You can see the downloaded one. You can see the downloaded application. You can just double click on that. After downloading, you can double click and install that. Okay, so if you have good connection, you can start downloading and installing this. So then it is asking, this is called wizard. මොකක් හරි software එකක් ගත්තම ඒ software එක install කරන එකට අපි කියන wizard එකක් කියලා. Wizard means step by step installation guidance. Step by step installation guidance, that is called wizard. Okay, let's write down that also. When you download, you will get an application, actually .exe file, that is called application. Double click to install that. ඒක double click කරන්න ඕනේ install කරන්න. Then you will see an installation wizard. Then you will see an installation wizard. Okay, wizard means, what is wizard? Step by step installation guidance. Step by step installation guidance. That is called wizard. You install, this is how you install any application. Right, this is common for any application. You have to download the setup file or exe file, which is called the application. Then double click to install and it will give a wizard. That is common for any application. If you already know how this wizard comes and how to follow the wizard, no need to write. You can take a screenshot, that's enough. But if you don't know, better to have a note. Only if you don't know. Right? Taking screenshot for is enough for the moment, but later you have to write down, right? Okay, now, okay, after downloading, you will see a wizard. So this is the wizard. And let me show this. You can see next here. This setup will install the blah, 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 blah. And next to continue or cancel to exit. I just want to continue and click next. Then it's asking, because I have already installed, it's asking whether to repair or remove. But you will see install button instead of this, because I have already installed. That's why it's asking to repair or remove. I'll use repair. This is similar to install. Then I click on the install button. So in your case, it is, in my case, it is repair button. In your case, it is install button. Then I click on the install button and that will install the software. Right, that will install the software. So this is what called a wizard, step-by-step guidance. Right, මේ වගේ එකක් තමයි wizard එකක්. නැත්නම් step-by-step guidance කියලා කියනවා. Blah 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 means something, right? Don't worry. එතන දිග එකක් තියෙනවා කියවන්න. ඒක තමයි මම කිව්වේ මෙහෙම මේක install වෙනවා. You agree to install, like, okay, we'll get that, right? Okay, then after installing, it says click finish to finish the wizard. Right, if you don't know anything, if you cannot understand anything, if you're new to class, don't worry, ask it. Because that is the only way to solve the problems. If you keep silent, then you won't be able to learn. ඒ හින්දා ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න. ඔයගොල්ලෝ silence නිශ්ශබ්දව හිටියොත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නේම නැහැ කියමු මොකද? So if you keep silence, you will never be able to learn. If you cannot understand anything, okay, what is finish, what is the button, what do you have to do, what is setup, then you have to ask. Right? Ask and I'll explain. Now you are in grade 7, right? Yes, I can tell it again. Sure, I can tell it again, Liansa. So what did I do? Okay. What did I do? I'll explain again from the note. First, this is actually installing multiple operating systems, because our topic is about operating systems. Usually in the school, what you do, I'll explain. Usually in the school, you will see this, and used to remember. But we have more time. We have more time. What we are going to do is, we are going to experience and remember. පොතේ දැකලා මතක තියාගන්න එකයි ඒක පාවිච්චි කරලා මතක තියාගන්න එකයි දෙකක්. When you use and remember, you can remember very well. But when you see and remember, you will remember just a little. That's why we are going to experience the operating systems. What we are going to do is, we are going to experience, we are going to learn the operating system. But in the exam, they will not ask these steps, right? Don't worry, in the exam, they will not ask anything. But I just want you to learn some more operating system other than Windows. That's why I'm giving these extra steps. So today is like extra class. We are doing something extra. Okay, so what we did, first we have downloaded. So there are two applications. There are more than two applications. So one is basically Oracle VirtualBox. Second one is VMware. VMware is basically, it's not free, but VMware Player is free. You can download VMware Player for free. Or you can download this one. This is free. Oracle VirtualBox is free. You can download that. So when you go to the particular website, so this is the website, right? Why website ekata giyama. So here, this is virtualbox.org. It asking you which one you need to download. I have selected this Windows hosts. මොකද ඔයගොල්ලෝ පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ Windows computer එකක් නේ. Right? You are using Windows computer now. So that's why I just started downloading for Windows hosts. Then it started download and this is the one that I got. After that, I have to double click and run the setup. That step I show you. අපේ download කරන file එකට ගිහිල්ලා VirtualBox එක double click කරලා run කරන්න ඕන. You can double click and run this. Then it will give a wizard. Wizard means step by step guidance. ඕනම එකක් install කරනකොට next ගිහිල්ලා finish කරන්න එකක් එනවා. That is called wizard. Right? Then you have to click next and finish the installation. Okay. If you have questions, you can ask now. Tania, yes. So can you tell me what is the error that you're getting? You said that you get an error. Okay. You can share me or you can share it to WhatsApp. Okay, this is what Denori is asking. And she's asking whether she got this step. And after that, what to do? Yes, proceed with the installation now. Yes, you have to proceed with the installation. Right? Proceed with yes. You will temporarily fail your, it will temporarily fail your network connection, but that doesn't matter. You can just click yes to install this. So Tania, what did you get? Yes, can you share the error? Then I can help. Okay. So anyway, if you get an error, that's why I said practical already help එකක් ගන්න. So if you get so sometimes your processor might not support virtualization. That can happen. එහෙම වෙනකොට, right? If your processor is not supported, what you have to do? You have to go to your BIOS, basic input and output system, and you can turn on virtualization. There's a set of steps, but personally එකට guide කරන්න ඕන. ඒකයි මම කිව්වේ practical එකේදී help එකක් ගන්න. ඒ වගේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් ආවොත්, right? If you get that kind of problem, you have to get the help. Right, okay. Version 5.22, what is that? That is too old version, it seems. So now current version is 6.1. Then you try for the current version. I think it should work, right? Anyway, so let's proceed. Now after installation, මම එකක් පෙන්නන්නම්. දැන් මේ වීඩියෝ එක ඔයාලට දෙතුන් පාරක් බලන්න වෙයි. Because when you are doing, you want to watch this video 2 or 3 times to do this practically, right? Anyway, I'll keep the video in Edmodo. I'll upload this video to Edmodo. Okay, when you get this, once you created VirtualBox, you can see this kind of setup, but you will not be able to see these 3, right? These are some virtual machines that I have created. So, but you will see tools and new settings, discard, start, something like this. You can select new. from there. අපි බලමු එකක් හදන්නේ කොහොමද. කම්පියුටර් එකක් ඇතුලේ තව කම්පියුටර් එකක් හදන්නයි මේ යන්නේ. Once you install VirtualBox Manager, right, then you can click new. Minulya, the video is, I'll put in the video to Edmodo. That is your usual space. You have to download from, so you have to just refer to that. So because we are not sending that to WhatsApp for some reason, but what you can do is you can watch it always from your Edmodo space, because Edmodo එක ඔයාලා පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕන පුතේ. That is compulsory, because that is where we put your, here when you go to, so here let me go to grade 7 English medium one. Some are not using this, that's why I'm asking you to create Edmodo, because it's compulsory. So this is the practical allocation sheet. If in case if you miss to book the practicals, you can click this and allocate your practicals. So these are the lessons, previous lessons you can watch, and you can see there are only 2 students who submitted the quiz. So that's why I said ඔගොල්ලෝ මේක කරේ නැත්තම් පුතේ ඔගොල්ලන්ට පාඩුයි. ඔගොල්ලෝ පන්තියේ මම පෙන්නන progress report එකෙන් පිටිපස්සට යනවා. So please submit this. This is ending by 28th. මේ මාසේ 28 වෙනිදායි මේක ඉවර වෙනවා. එහෙනම් ඉක්මනට submit කරන්න. Today I'm not going to discuss the answers. Let me tell who has completed this. Denuri has done that. Yenuki has done that. And others have not done that. You can say Liansa not viewed. View කළත් නැහැ පුතේවා බලන්න වෙනවා. Senolya කරලා නැහැ. View කරලා නැහැ. තව කවුද ඉන්නේ? Senolya view කරලා නැහැ. Provinu group එකෙත් නැහැ. පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න ඇයි කියලා. Yenuki, yes, you have done that good. Tenia, is Tenia not viewed? Tenia ඔයා ඉන්නව බලලා නැහැ මේක. Edmodo බලලා නැහැ. Liansa, yes, Liansat බලලා නැහැ. එතකොට Mantuja, not sure whether you are in this one or Monday class. Others must do right. Please watch this and do this. It is compulsory, because if you miss that, you will be not graded. එහෙනම් මේක Edmodo එකට ගිහිල්ලා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට password හරි අමතක නම් අහන්න, then I can reset and give it to you. If you cannot remember the password, please ask. Then I can reset it for you. Right? Please do this. Okay. So that is the quiz. අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම මේවා කරන්න. දැන් අලුතෙන් සහභාගී වෙන ළමයි ඉන්නවනම් බලන්න. For them, this is, please create your Edmodo account and do this, because that is how your grades are maintained. After the year end, we will evaluate you based on this. Then බලන්න සමහරවගේ progress report එක ගත්තාම, let me show this, the progress report. So this is the progress of some students. You can see Minulya's progress is somewhat okay. Denuri, yes, you got history of computing, you have submitted. Minulya's Denuri දෙන්නම submit කරලා තියෙනවා. And this is for grade 6 class, sorry. Let me go to grade 7 class. Grade 7 class, you can see Harisa had not submitted anything. Teni not submitted anything. History of computing submit කරලත් නැහැ. Components of the computer submit කරලත් නැහැ. EAN quiz එක submit කරලත් නැහැ. Teni, Senolya the same. Denuri, you have submitted history of computing, good. EAN quizzes, yes, you have done. Parts of CPU you have not done. Please do this. So this is how your progress report. So please do all these things. Otherwise, you will keep several blanks in your progress report. Liansa, you have to do everything. දන්නේ නැත්නම් අහන්න කොහොමද කරන්න කියලා. Edmodo එකෙන් කරන්න ඕන. Edmodo එකට log වෙන්න log වුණාම කරන්න පුළුවන් මේවා පුතේ. Yenuki, you have done only one, so 33% completion. So what about the other two? You have not done. Okay, let me go back to our practical quickly. That is about Edmodo. You have to use this. ඔයගොල්ලන් හදලා තියෙන මේක use කරන්නම තමයි. ඉතින් අනිවාර්යෙන් හදන්න. බලමු මේකට නෙතුම් I got your request. I have accepted that. Others, I think you are in the Edmodo. Please do this. Okay, let's move to the one. So when I click on new button, mama then new button එක click කරාම Denuri. So once you started, you have to do this. If you start in the middle or pause in the middle, it will automatically time out because there's a time given. Within that 60 minutes, after opening, you have to complete. If you pause in the middle, it will terminate. So I can help you in case. දැනට මට කරන්න පුළුවන් උදව්ව මම කරන්න. I can reset that. Then you have to do it from the beginning. Is it okay? Shall I reset that? Right? Shall I reset that? Then you have to do that from the beginning. Okay, what is the quiz? Yeah, in quiz, right? This one. Okay, I'll reset for both, right? So otherwise it's unfair, no? I'll reset for both. Yenuki and Denuri, I'll reset the both. But you have to do this, right? I'll delete submission. And Yenuki is one also, I'll delete the submission. Please try it again. Otherwise it's unfair, no? Now no one has submitted this, right? Now we have to do this from the beginning. Okay. Liansa, you have already created Edmodo account. Log into Edmodo, you have to go to new.edmodo.com, new.edmodo.com, that website, and then you have to give your username and password. So you have already created an account. Right? So please go to new.edmodo.com. Then you have to give the username and password. If you cannot remember the username and password, please let me know. Then I can reset. So when you create this, you have given a password. I don't know that. මම දන්නේ නැහැ ඔයාලා හදපු වෙලාවේ දුන්න password එක තමයි. කවුරු හරි වගේ අම්මා හරි තාත්තා හරි කවුරු හරි හදපු කෙනා password එකක් දෙන්නේ නැති. ඒක තමයි මම කියන්නේ මම reset කරලා දෙන්නම් ඕනනම් මතක නැත්තම්. ඒක මම නම් දන්නේ නැහැ. ලියන්සගේ මම ඕනනම් මේකේ ලියන්සගේ තියෙන්නේ username එක තියෙන්නේ m ප්‍රියදර්ශිනී 562137 is the username for Liansa. I'll copy the username and send this to your username, right? On my username එක නම් එව්වා. Password එක, let me reset the password Liansa. Let me change the password. I'm going to reset this now. And it is L. Okay, I have sent the password to you. Right, you have now username, password both. You can use this credential to log in. If anyone cannot remember the username and password, don't create another account. Let me know, then I can send you the username and password for you. Right, I have sent to Liansa. Okay, so please keep it, remember, right? Take a copy of that and remember that. Okay, let's go back. And when you click on new, it will ask what kind of virtual machine you need. දැන් මම virtual computer එකක් හදන්න යන්නේ. මට ඕන මේකට දාන්න Linux. එහෙනම් මම දානවා Ubuntu කියලා. Ubuntu කියලා දාන්න. එතකොට එයා අහනවා කොහෙද මේ virtual box එක save කරන්නේ? මට කැමති තැනක් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. මම දෙන්නම් මෙතනින් අද ගිහිල්ලා මම මගේ ඉඩ තියෙන hard drive එකක් දෙන්න ඕන. This PC, let me go to this PC and F drive. I'll give F drive. I'll create a folder called Ubuntu. That is not required. You can give anywhere, any folder which has space. But to make it clear, I have created a folder in F drive and given as Ubuntu. Now, saving location is F Ubuntu. But if you are not giving this, there will be default one. ඔයාලා දුන්නේ නැත්තම් මෙතන default එකක් ගන්නවා ඒක කමක් නැහැ. දෙන්නම කියලා එකක් නැහැ. අත්‍යවශ්‍ය නැහැ. So you can keep the default or you can give a new folder. අලුත් folder එකක් හදලා දෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. තියෙන එකම තියන්නත් පුළුවන්. Then type is Linux and Ubuntu. So it automatically comes Ubuntu 64. It's okay. Right, I'll keep the same settings. Right, I'll keep the same setting and I'll go to the next. Now it asking me what is the RAM size you need. කම්පියුටර් එකක් ඇතුලේ කම්පියුටර් එකක් හදනකොට main memory එකක් දෙන්න එපයි. ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක ඉගෙන ගන්න නැති 6 වසරේදී. In grade 6 you have components of the computer system. Main memory, hard disk, secondary storage, input, output, processor. Processor actually we learned in grade 7 also. It's asking the main memory. Can you suggest main memory size? Anyone? I have not seen you for today. අද ඉන්නව නේද කට්ටිය? සද්ද නැහැ. chat විතරයිද? Can I see you all? I didn't see you today. No one. Because there are some new students also. Can I see your faces? Yeah, video chance. Just turn on the video. So I implicitly said to turn on the video, right? Okay, turn on the video, then I can see you whether you are doing this or whether you are enjoying the lesson or you feel bored. I don't know. Okay, Yenuki, very good. You said that you got term test mark 87. It's very, very good. Right. Okay. Right. Now I can see you. Okay, Buddhe. So what is the yes? What is the RAM size? What is the RAM size? Preferred RAM size? Random access or main memory? You can see it's 124 MB. Means how many GB? 124 MB means how many gigabytes?
1 gigabyte.
1 gigabyte, correct. 1 GB. 1 GB is enough. But this you have to remember, right? So maximum you can give is this. But don't give the maximum. Why? Don't give the maximum. Because you also need something, no? Right? You are going to create computer inside your computer. So if you go give everything to the new computer, what will happen? Right? New computer will use everything. You will not have random access memory. Therefore, if you have 8 GB, my recommendation is you can give like 2 GB. That's okay. Even 4 GB is okay. But if you have 4 GB, so give 1 GB. Right? If you have 4 GB, give 1 GB. Don't give like very big RAM. So you can see your level here. ඔයාලගේ computer එකේ පෙන්නයි. මොකද්ද පෙන්නන්නේ? කවුරු හරි හැදුවොත්. So is anyone doing with me? කවුරු හරි මගෙත් එක්ක කරන් යන කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවද? කරනවා නම් කියන්න බලන්න. Okay, it seems no one is doing with me. It's okay. So you can watch the video and do this. Anyway, I'll ask in the practical to do this in your computer. Right, okay. So I have created 1 GB. 1 GB is enough. Or you can make it 2 GB even because I have 8 GB in my RAM. And click next. Then it's asking hard disk. 10 GB. Yeah, that's enough. 10 GB is enough for hard disk. I'll create. So asking the hard disk type. That is also okay. Click next. Asking whether hard disk is dynamic or fixed. Dynamic means hard disk is drawing. When you put files, hard disk is automatically drawing. But fixed means it's not drawing. Right? It is fixed size. Dynamic කියන්නේ එන විදිහට ඉඩ ගන්නවා නම්. Fixed කියන්නේ you can't change later. You can fix it. I'll put dynamic. So it is flexible. I'll put dynamic and click next. Then okay, create. Okay, so that's all. Now you can see my computer is created. Let me turn on the computer. Double click to turn on the computer. Now you can see, oh, some error. Okay, let's start again. Just some error. So it says file not open, right? Okay, let's. Maybe something wrong with my configuration. Let me create from the beginning. I'm going to remove this. Delete all files. Create a new one. And this is Ubuntu. And my folder is in F drive. Other. I'm going to use F drive. Okay, next. I have to create a folder. VM, let's create a folder called VM. Select the folder. VM. Okay, select the folder and create Linux Ubuntu 1. Create, next, next, next. Okay, just double click. Oh, still getting the error. So let's try for some other thing. Okay, so it's giving an error. Let's try to reinstall the app. Right? So this is what I said. You will get different errors from time to time, but don't worry. You can always retry that by reinstalling the app. I can repair the app and retry. But anyway, you have to try this. Your one is what you're saying. Your one is 1 GBs. Yeah, you can give 1 GB and try. So if you have 1 GB, that maximum, don't give 1 GB, right? You half of that. But might be not enough for Windows. So anyway, let's try again. Let's try again to reinstall this by removing this. I'm going to remove this app.